Namaste, Namaskar. And for those people who are watching this, uh, I know in this forum, a lot of people come with high profile suit, dress, but this is the guy with a normal t shirt shooting in my own home, just like a brother, casual on the front. This is no makeup or a prop or all these things. Um, See, sometimes all it takes is just one story to awaken the sleeping giant inside us or within us. So today, I thought of sharing with you an amazing story of how this bunch of people got together and created a massive step that they couldn't even think of. Well, this is just not any book or any story or just a kind of a motivation, but this is a new movement. The book that I'm going to talk about is a true testament of people working together as a community, as a team, as a unified systems to help each other pull up in a different systems. By the way, my name is Dr. Amit. People fondly call me as Dada, a brother, a name that has been given by a Maharashtrian from India, and now it has been populated to multiple people across the globe as well. The book name is called as Author to Authority. Um, this book is not just something that you can just go through. Let me tell you something about how this all originated. A bunch of people they joined in, and these people underwent a kind of a deep training of deadliest business scenarios of this world. This deadly training is also called as FEST, which has the full form: Finance Excellence Strategy Technocrats. So they go with the a grinding session of more than 37 days, and then they practice something online, and they learn about how to close deals on 101, on telephone, or on a meeting, or on stage, and multiple other forms. All these people, when they started off, they were all scared at one point of time. How do I meet this big guy? How do I connect with somebody? How do I talk to that guy who is senior to me, senior to designations? Somebody from the political background, somebody who has a different influence, an industrialist, and that gave a different kind of a thought process to me. And I said, why not we do it in a fun and a jovial way? Why not we group up together? And I asked them a very simple thing. Uh, by the way, the simple thing was the result is this particular book of so many people getting together. I asked them, why not you connect with somebody who is an inspiration? So before I tell them about who is that inspiration, whom they have to connect with, I just ask them a very simple question. Okay, so where do you draw your inspiration from? And all these people, they give their names. Some are movie actors, some are politicians, some are great achievers. They've got presidential awards. Some are doctors, some are industrialists, businessmen, owners of restaurant chains, and so on and so forth. They're huge, amazingly, um, I'll say, uh, enlightened people who have received to that level of fame, popularity, growth, and many other things. The second thing is, I said, like, why don't you go and talk to them? And they were all like nervous. How do I do that? And this book is a collection of real stories, real lessons, real inspirations, real people. And this is curated by these people who have never written as an author. Now you understand. So whatever is written in this book, it's not just a chat GPT based kind of some blabbering things, because this book is curated when even chat GPT was not existing. Yeah. These are the people who actually went out of their comfort zones, met those people who were once their inspiration and the dream people. They spoke to them, they connected them, they collected informations, compiled systems, processes, and they went into a very alpha-based systems, just exactly like you know a top level uh, person, and they were able to connect with them. And this book is the connecting joining point between them and their inspirations. This book was the handshake between those people who are already at a very high level and those people who have been an onlooker, a fan, or a follower of them. Now, this book was the bridge between both of them. Um, this is the book that has actually turned up. These are everyday warriors turned into writers, sharing not any kind of fictions, but true facts, what changed their life. So, this entire initiative uh, was not just done in one day. There was a lot of planning, meticulous actions, because each one took their own time. Some of the people were very difficult to reach out. People who got high level of degrees and awards, people who are busy doctors, people who are industrialists. It is not easy to get an appointment and connect with them for a person who has never done this in their life. And then compiling certain data, writing a book, oh man, it is a huge task, I'm telling you. Um, by the way, what helped them was only one thing, what they learned in the first part of the program called as FEST. This is the place where they kill some of the biggest drawbacks and the lower self that they have. No mindset coaching, no hacking, no gizmoitic stuff, just pure you and the understanding of who you are, where you want to go, how you're going to go there. Simple, right? No, it is not simple because you have to leave a lot of things. Every growth needs a sacrifice. Um, these people had been trained on three aspects. The aspect number one, it's a skill called a skill to search. Unfortunately, unless and until anyone is hungry, anyone is scared enough, anyone is threatened, they don't do that. They don't get into that actions. For example, you will never go for an interview if you already have a stable job, isn't it? You're never going to search for that. The second thing is called a skill to communicate. Skill to communicate is not about just coming on stage and giving some lectures or writing some stuff. No, it also depends upon, see, many things. How can you write something if you don't know how to think? How will you think if you do not have the power to observe? For observations, you need patience. For patience, you need to practice silence, and for that, you need to have an active listening skills, right? So there is a series of systematic ways these people had been warmed up, trained, and now this is the book that is the result of all the things, how they've got training, how they created, how they curated, how they compiled all this informations, went ahead, met their influencers in person. Some of them have taken pictures also, you might be finding inside the book as well. And then drawing their 10 inspirations from those people who are actually living. Yes, and they're not somebody who is just an imaginary guy or somebody from the past. They are actually living right now. You can figure it out. By the way, those descriptions are also been shared inside the system. Um, Another thing that I would like to say is this book was designed way before ChatGPTs and AI tools has been designed. So you might find certain grammatical errors. You might find certain words which are misspelled. You might find certain paragraphs which are aligned. I tried my level best along with my team of people who have contributed out there to align it in the most possible ways. So if you find certain things which are not appropriate, don't say, hey, what kind of book is it? But understand these are designed by those people who have never done this, right? And by the way, uh, it's a manual research. They met people in real time. They gathered all this information and compiled it in the hard way, not just copy pasted some nonsense and just typed it. No, it's not like that. Yes, what you have to also understand is uh, there are a lot of diverse people. Some are teachers, some are consultants, some are homemakers, some are professionals, some are consultants, some are employees, and this entire thing is the altogether the unsung heroes, I call them as. They have done that. Um, so, just to give you this idea about these contributors of this, I call them as the co-authors. But in my world, the Festian world, people who complete that 37 days of meticulous ways of learning how to search, how to communicate, and the third one, the most important, is how do you close deals. These people are daredevils. We call them as knights, Knights, knights. They are brave, they're grounded, they're selfless doers, implementers, right? Um, some of the examples that I've shared about in this entire session is very prominently somebody from a jungle area in Kionjhar district in Orissa by name Dilip. When this gentleman came in, he was just earning around 15,000 rupees, and he said, "That's not enough for me to do that," because he came out of a situation where there was no power. Yeah, because sometimes the electricity is not there, there is no internet. It is surrounded by a jungle area where elephants also sometimes just gets inside. Imagine from 15,000 rupees to scaling up to 10 lakh, 5 to 10 lakh per month. Don't you think it's crazy? What he does, he just knows how to close a deal. He doesn't know English properly. Uh, and I'm proud to say that such a person from such a remotest place, if he can do it, anyone can do that. I have another example of Krishna ma'am. I would love to tell you a person from Agra with almost no background of business, and it puts into a place where she has to do almost like 15 to $20,000 of business per month from Agra to California and back. There are so many examples I can talk about, right? From somebody who is doing very minimal skills to high skills. We have learned about the rags to riches story, and but I'm talking about those people who have never seen the other side of it. They had a very plain, bland uh, side of their life, and this book is actually designed by such people who are absolutely new to all these things. By the way, uh, it is a combination of their personal stories that might be emotional, social, and professional transformations that they have undergone. And this is a pure thing. If you have ever felt you are unseen, unheard, um, and unsure about your story, this book is a proof that you matter, isn't it? Um, this is just not any kind of motivational books and all these things, but it has the real tools. If you go through the pages, the first part of the entire system, I have given you the entire system of how it works out. And not only that, this book has a lot of value adds things. So when you go to the last part of the book, you will find a lot of QR codes where I've given you a lot of gifts, resources, tools, hacks, and you will be able to see how so many people have got results by utilizing the system that I have spoken inside this book. By the way, each chapter is a mirror, and it is waiting to reflect something definitely back to you. By the way, I would like to thank certain people who had been involved in this entire thing. I would like to thank all these people who had co-authors. I just don't want to name one by one, but all of them are there. You can see all of them at the back of the book. Some are, uh, you know, on the very highest level of their society right now. Some of them are homemakers, and some of them are employees. Some of them come from different diversified background. Definitely, all the kudos to him, and I mean them. The second thanks to uh, two amazing people who had been working tirelessly on this. One is my colleague, Ms. Pillavi, and other one I would love to give the gratitude to Coach Srinivasan. And also, the biggest thanks goes to the entire publishing team. Publishing team that comprises of people from different backgrounds. Some of them are typesetters, copywriters. Uh, some of them are publishers in terms of the administrations. Um, Definitely, I have to mention some of the people who had been behind system. My all the gratitude goes to Punis ji and the team for taking this book to the next level. Um, so thanks to all the people who had been working behind the scenes. Some of them I have not mentioned. Um, Thanks to the FEST community to bring in closing and getting together as a community to prove this as a next level. Um, I know there are a lot of flaws, there are a lot of delays in between, there are a lot of people who had been into different situations. So still we stood together, we supported each other, and we waited patiently for each one of them to finish their manuscripts and go about. I know there are people who have missed certain people. I know some people had been into some tough situations, some other priorities, but at last, this book is a testament of we working together coherently as an unified team and an organization with a lot of love, brotherly love, sisterly love, and I think that is great. Um, by the way, uh, I would also like to tell you one more thing is uh, the people who are reading this, I have a request that when you go through this, please don't just read it like a story or a novel or just kind of an entertainment based kind of a book, but this has certain deep informations out there. You might need to underline certain things. Please go ahead and do it. Don't think that the book is going to be getting dirty, but when you underline, I'll understand that the effort of all of us putting together and you found it meaningful. You can write down all these pointers, scribble it out there, uh, share within the communities, distribute it as a gifting material to them. Um, and if you at any point of time feel that you are stuck with your business with any of these three things, like you might have challenges in terms of searching people, process, team, or anything, or you might have challenges in terms of communicating to your vendor, dealer, partner, customers, whatever it is. And third thing, if you have a problem to close deals and scale up your business and create an amazing delivery ecosystems, then I think this is the best time that you can get the QR code at the end of the book. You can connect with any of the team members. We'll find if it is eligible for both of us too. If I find that we are not able to help you out, we'll politely let you know to a better way. But if it is something which is great and we feel that we can work together, then I'm sure we can, meet and book another appointment with you, and we can see this in a better way. With the way, there will be definitely an upcoming new session, new edition coming in, and I would like you to be a part of this new marathon that we are going ahead to the world class growth phase. I call it as the GPS, growth positioning systems. So with that, thank you so much for having me here. I hope this book inspires those people who are looking ahead to go ahead to the next level. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much, and namaste.